Hey everyone, how's everyone doing this Monday? Oh. Well, Angie here, productivity coach for female entrepreneurs. What do I do? Number one is to help you get clear on what your next move is and actually take action. I encompass marketing and brand voice consulting. And honestly, mindset is a huge part of it. I'm gonna kind of slow down a little bit here and see if anyone actually pops on my live. Of course, right as I was about to hit the button and go live, a whole bunch of work happened outside, and it is absolutely beautiful here this morning, and I had all the windows in the house open, and I had to close everything up. So I didn't want you all to listen to whatever was going on. But as you pop onto my live, I would love it if you said hi and let me know who you are, where you are in the world, and just I love actually being able to talk to somebody as opposed to the person that might be out there. Anyway, I love to say hi and get to know everyone a little closer than actually just our little Facebook like and post interactions. Normally I go live in my group, Unstoppable Women Unwind. It's a private group where like-minded women, female entrepreneurs get together, and it is a place for us to get real. Not the surfacey, everything's great. We do celebrate wins, celebrate our accomplishments, but we're also there to support each other when things get real. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I decided to reach out a little bit further for today's live. Anyway, I did put a little note, so if you see me looking down, I just didn't want to forget anything that I wanted to bring to everyone. My biggest reason for coming live this morning is to tell everyone that if you're dealing with a whole lot of it's Monday, all this crap that needs to be done, and you feel like your to-do list just keeps getting longer and longer and longer, and it just never ends, no matter how hard you try. And sometimes you just want to throw in the towel and give up, and it's just too much for you. I completely understand. I'm here to tell you to take a breath, relax. It will get done. Everything that needs to get done will actually get done. Maybe not how you think that it will. I do this through my meditation practice, connecting to my divine, really having that interaction with Holy Spirit. And this is not a go live and preach thing, but this is my platform to tell you how things have worked for me. I could go on forever, but I don't want this to be an hour and a half long Angie session where I tell you about how everything in my life has led up to this point. And I do believe that the fact that years ago, thanks to God putting me in the right places, which never in a million years would have thought that those places would end up to actually really honing in my meditation skills and discovering the power of all of it. Never thought that would happen at a horse farm, but it did. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a little story about that sometime. I am writing it, by the way. Anyway, going back, like I said, I do tend to get off on a tangent when I'm not actually talking to somebody. When I have a conversation and it's two-way, but live is kind of, hey everyone, it's the Angie Show. But I'm really going live because I want to help you. And I want to share with you how meditation and connection to your higher power can really, really help you scale your business, simplify your life, and start living your best life. And it's kind of funny, my hair is a little crazy today, so I'm just going to be crazy with it. So anyway, I've gone live before and shared with you guys my devotional and the really cool, timely things that come out of it. It's mind-blowing to me sometimes, but that's how the Holy Spirit works. It's here to blow your mind. Anyway, on May 6th, which was Saturday, I opened my devotional book, and in bold, do not search for security. I'd love to know how many of you out there are searching for security, searching for the one thing or the moment, or, you know, like, I'd be happy if, or I would feel secure if, fill in the blank. So hit the like button, or raise your hand, or say me in the comments, anything like that. Who here is searching for security in this world? You tend to make mental I'm reading again. You tend to make mental checklists of things you need to do in order to gain control of your life. Again, raise your hand, hit the like button. Yes, that's me. I totally, you know, like, you're walking through your day. In the shower, that's me. In the shower, oh, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. Driving your car, like, who has gotten to somewhere and, like, you're going to the grocery store, you're driving to work, you're, I don't know, going to visit your kids, going to visit your parents, you know, wherever you are, and you're like, how did I get here? Like, you arrive at your destination, and you're like, how did I get here? Your habits taught you how to drive there. But more than likely, in your mind, you weren't thinking, oh, now I need to turn right. Now I need to turn left. You know, all of that stuff. Because you were doing the mental checklists. So you could gain control of your life. But that never ends, right? Like, you're constantly doing these checklists. So going on, if only you could check off everything on your list, you could relax and be at peace. Again, raise your hand, hit the like button. Yes, that's me. Do an emoji, however that feels for you. I would love to know. If only you could check everything off your list, you could relax and be at peace. Who believes that? Almost everyone, like, deep down, like, yeah, if I could just get everything done, if I could just get to the weekend, if I could just, and then the weekend comes and then this happens, or if I could just finish this one project, or meet this one deadline, or, you know, figure out this one tech issue, or whatever it is. If I could just get the house clean, if I could just, you know, everything, then you would be able to relax and at peace. I just want to tell you right now, take a breath. But the more you work to accomplish that goal, the more things crop up on your list. Yeah, that happens all the time. It's constant. It's constant. It's like every time you figure out something or every time you finish something, there's still another thing to do. There's still another thing to do. Especially when your mind is like, oh, do this, do this. You have to do this in order to be okay, in order to feel secure, in order to be happy. You got to get all these things done, and you got to be this kind of person, and you got to have this kind of business, and you got to be this, and you got to be that. Anyway, let me know if you're feeling this. The harder you try, the more frustrated you become. Yep. There is a better way to find security in this life. And this book is called Jesus Calling. It is as if Jesus is talking to you. So when I say I, that is not me, Angie, this, okay. Instead of scrutinizing your checklist, focus your attention on my presence with you. So instead of constantly, I got to take this off the list. I got to put this back on the list. I have to do this. I have to move these things around. I have all these things to do. Stop. Take a breath. Sit still. Be silent. Open your heart. Open your mind to listen to what the Holy Spirit has to say to you. This continual contact with me will help keep you in my peace. Do it every day. Do it several times a day. Sit. Be still. Be silent. Open your heart. Open your mind. Get clear. I will help you sort out what is important and what is not, what needs to be done now and what does not. Fix your eyes not on what is seen, which is your circumstances, but what is unseen, which is the presence of God, Christ, the Holy Spirit, your higher power, divine beauty, energy. Yes. So I'd love to know how you feel about all of that. I'm looking down at my notes. Every time I read that, it kind of like just really resets things in me. I do have a meditation practice that I practice daily. It's still a really good reminder. It's funny, I wrote down notes before I went live and now it's not making sense. That's what happens to me sometimes in meditation. Like even when I'm just reading, I've been meditating for such a long time that I tend to bring on like this different thought process, and then like the earlier thought process doesn't make sense to me. So let me just collect my words. And I just want you all to know that I am being really vulnerable right now and just opening up to what the message is that I really need to deliver here on my live, where I'm really hoping to give you the tools and the permission to relax, stop, take a breath, see the bigger picture, and witness something in a broader sense other than your mind telling you this like nonstop to-do list. Invite you to stop, take a breath, sit in meditation for a few minutes even. And also, I'd love to know who here has a meditation practice, who here's tried it, who's here has had trouble with meditation and would like to try it in maybe a different way. But sitting in meditation and opening to the divine presence of God and allowing God to show you what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done. And when you start following those steps, life actually gets easier. And you have to keep going to God, sitting in the presence, in meditation, opening your heart, clearing your soul for divine inspiration. And you start to let go of the mind chatter, all of the to-dos, and you start like going, okay, I'm going to take this one step. I'm going to take the next one step. And I'm going to take the next one step. And the path starts to open up. And it won't look how you thought it was going to look. But it's going to be brilliant. There's going to be difficulties. I'm not going to tell you that. It's not going to be all rainbows and unicorns. But it will be easier than if you didn't. It will be easier than if you didn't. Like I said, my earlier notes are not making any, they're making sense, but they're not fitting in. Because I wanted to tell you how I become inspired to create content and go live and all of that and do the work to put my word out online. Doesn't seem to fit very well, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So like I said, I have my meditation practice. I stay open. I allow God to show me what that next step is. And I will tell you, I'm not that quick to act. I'm not. Because inspiration happens to me in the most bizarre times. Like I said, now with my meditation practice, those times that I'm in the shower that I was talking about, like the never-ending to-do list and all, that's when I get like oh, I need to tell everybody about this. Oh, I need to share this. Or when I'm driving the car. I think that's why the showering and the driving came up to me with the list making. This is where inspiration happens to me. Sometimes it comes right out of a meditation practice, but I usually journal, write things down. And that's, I have my aha moments. I have my light bulb, yes, this is what I need to share with everyone. And I keep all of that in a journal. And it's all written down. And then eventually you all see it. You all see it either through my social media posts, through my live, or my email list. That's really sometimes my email list gets immediate meditation, send out an email. So if you're interested in hearing some of those, you got to sign up for my email list. The next thing, partially part of, suddenly can't talk, Normally, I go live in my group, my private group, Unstoppable Women Unwind, on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern to do a Monday meditation. It used to be Monday motivation, now it's Monday meditation. And those have been a little sporadic lately. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. And I have been feeling guilty because it is a promise that I made to myself and to my group. And for those of you that don't know, we are currently like deep in the transition of selling the house and moving into our RV to live the traveling nomad RV lifestyle. So I will be on the road like forever. Not forever, at least for a year, we're thinking. Until we decide like where we want to, set roots again. But we're doing some traveling. And yes, it is very exciting and like very, very cool. And we're really thrilled with ourselves that we've been able to accomplish this. But it is stressful. It is a huge transition and there's a lot that needs to be done, and talk about lists that keep growing. There's always something that I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get this done. Or like, processes of selling the house and appointments, and we're down to one car, we're downsizing everything, and it's just like a lot has been going on. And I'm just gonna say, like, old Angie was allowing all of that to really, like, I like to say that I am a people pleaser in recovery, and I feel really guilty when I don't hold up my promises. And that promise of going live Monday mornings in my group to do a group-led meditation, I was not holding up to. And I just have decided to give myself some grace and say, hey, there's a lot going on in my life right now, and stressing out over doing that was not like spreading the love. It was coming from a stress point, And yes, there's a lot of things in business that you need to do that are stressful, and you just gotta get it done anyway. This was not one of those things, in my opinion. And this is where I see a lot of women like get held up on, is you allow your mind to like grasp a hold of one of those things on that never-ending to-do list as the end-all be-all most important thing. And sometimes you build it up in your mind to be like so important that it becomes difficult to do when it's not hard at all. I mean, honestly, me going live to do a guided meditation, it's not hard for me to do at all. Meditation comes very natural to me. I've had a practice for now 20 some years. I think it's been 20 years. That seems like a long time. But yeah, we're gonna go with that number. But anyway, this is part of the process that I've learned, and I can, within a conversation with somebody, help them figure out what that one thing is that they're allowing their minds to grasp a hold of that's actually stopping them from taking action. And like, no matter how much you write it down, like, still your mind has this like really effed up way of like building things up and tearing things down and everything. But through my process of meditation, chakra meditation in particular, it allows you to get clear so you can really relax around being open to hearing the divine. So because of that process, I've allowed to give myself some grace around going live, and holding up promises to people that I'm, serving. So I just would like to invite you all to figure out what the one thing is that you are currently holding on to, grasping onto tightly, that you need to allow yourself some grace, to not make that so important, and change the way you're thinking about that one thing. Yeah. I do feel like, just like in my devotional where it says, the harder you try, the more frustrated you become. And that's like, you keep trying to figure out that one thing. And it just gets harder and harder and harder. And that's where grace comes in. And listening to God really helps you give yourself grace. And that's kind of what's come to me here. So I just need to wrap things up because I have another appointment coming up, and I want to let you all know that because of all the transitions that I'm going through right now, and I want to make sure that I help each one of my clients to the best of my ability without overloading. Currently, I only have openings for 2 new clients. 2. Because things are filling up on my calendar really, really fast. So I do have openings for 2 new clients, and that's for this month. I am not sure how many openings I will have for next month. So the month of May, and it is the 8th today, you need to get in if you are interested in working with me for simplified scaling. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in hearing more about my service and how I can help you move forward with scaling your business simply. So, like, not all the steps, not all the to-do lists are like super duper overwhelming. Things start to just roll out more simply. Your communication with everyone gets better. You get clear on what you want, everything that you really need to do, what you can put off for the future, really setting your goals, and living your best life. Not the life that, your mind might be telling you you're supposed to be living right now. So anyway, shoot me a comment or send me a direct message and let me know if you're interested as a female entrepreneur looking to scale her business in a much more simplified way. So, yeah. Let's get moving, ladies. Like I said, only 2 spots left. And I'll talk to you later.